Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Thomas M. Garrity Athletic Complex here in Jersey City for today's broadcast of Gothic Knights softball on NJCU GothicKnights.com. Today, the Gothic Knights with a heavy challenge as they take on the number 15th ranked team in the country, the Rowan University Profs, in a New Jersey Athletic Conference doubleheader. Ira Thor with you here on Gothic Vision on NJCU GothicKnights.com. A two-ball count to the leadoff batter. And that is Shyla Sneed. So a three-ball count here to Shyla Sneed. We'll give you the lineup for both teams as we're a little late getting underway. One of the umpires stuck in traffic on the way to the doubleheader. And as ball four. So Sneed walks on 4 pitches. Shyla Sneed will be followed by Mia Baldessari. Baldessari is followed by Ashley DeYoung, who's the DP. Morgan Smith, the right fielder's in the cleanup spot, with Carly Anderson, the second baseman, batting 5th. Nicole Piotti is the third baseman, batting 5th. There goes Sneed. She steals second base. Demiras Mercado, the first baseman. Alyssa Sims, the catcher. And Gianna Janello, the center fielder, will round out the batting order. Give you the Gothic Knight defensive alignment in a second. Rowan is 27-7 on the year, 10-2 overall in the NJAC, and they've won the last 2 games. The Gothic Knights are 11-21, 0-12 in the league, and they've lost 16 in a row after starting the year 11-5 and winning 8 in a row. And that's lined over the head of a leaping Victoria Moyano into right field. Here comes the throw. It was cut off with no play at the plate. And an RBI single by Baldessari gives Rowan a 1-0 lead. So that'll bring up the designated player DeYoung, probably the front runner for the NJAC Player of the Year. She's hitting .398 overall. Either it be DeYoung or Sneed, I would think, will be the Player of the Year in the league. One of those two. That is off the plate. DeYoung has 10 home runs on the year. She's hitting .398, 33 RBIs, 7 doubles as well. A force to be reckoned with. The 1-1 pitch, the strike, the throw to second base, nobody covers. Backed up by Moyano as the throw goes into center field. Stolen base by Baldessari, second steal of the inning for Rowan. Umpires there, Michael Zingaro and Marge Theobald. Jayla Lee Vega, the pitcher today for NJCU, throwing to Gabby Conti behind the plate. Brittany Paulkus at first. Victoria Moyano will be at second. They had to make a move at shortstop with the injury last game to Hannah Gavin, so Talia Garcia will play short after starting in center most of the year. And Brianna Rosario, who unable to make the catch on that line drive to third, is the third baseman. Jazz Randall will play left today. Julie Squio in center, and Melissa Mendoza in right. So Rosario, after the first play would have been a hit, gets charged with an error on the play. She threw it away, allowing DeYoung to advance. It is definitely a hit for DeYoung, as that was a hard line drive right at third. Definitely not routine. That's why they call it the hot corner. So runners on first and second. With nobody out, it brings up the right fielder, Smith. And that's a called strike, so it's 2-0, 0-2, I should say. The 0-2 pitch grounded up the middle for a base hit. Scoring is Baldessari. The throw in goes all the way to the backstop, and advancing on the throwing area is Smith.
Now batting the second baseman, number 13, Carly Anderson.
So a single up the middle and RBI. And it'll bring up Anderson, the second baseman. Still nobody out. 2-0 Rowan. That's a called strike. 2 errors in the inning by the Gothic Knights, both on throws. We'll see how that plays into the earned and unearned run equation in this game. Hit in the air, foul, and out of play deep down the left field line. So 1 ball, 2-strike pitch here by Jayla Lee Vega. And that's hit in the air, center field, over the head of Squio, and over the fence for a line drive home run. That one did not look like it was going to leave the yard, but indeed it did, as Anderson is able to hit her 4th home run of the year, a line drive to center, and Rowan has a 5-0 lead. Everything is earned, and the Profs show why they are a force to be reckoned with right now in the NJAC.
Now batting the third baseman, number 6, Nicole Biote.
That was the 3rd given up 10. 34 home runs as a team. Six different players on the team have hit a home run. DeYoung has 10. Sneed has 6. 4 by Piote. Now 4 for Anderson. And Morgan Smith, the right fielder, has 9. That could be another one. Hit deep to left. Randall, in front of the fence, is able to make the catch to retire Piote on the 0-2. That's the first out. That will bring up Damaris Mercado, junior from Bloomfield, New Jersey, one of the North Jersey players on this roster. Rowan's got a pretty good mix of South North Jersey players and a few from Delaware who are in the lineup today. The 1-0 is on the inside corner. It'll be 2-1. Of course, the Gothic Knights, as we said, had to make a defensive change. Hannah Gavin, who's been the starting shortstop or catcher all year. As a swing and a foul tip, 2-2. Was injured, sliding to home plate, scoring the only run in the first run of the game in the loss to Drew in Game 2 on Thursday. Suffered a back injury, and that will sideline her for the rest of her rookie season. Tough break, and takes one of the top players out of the lineup for NJCU. That's off the plate, 3-2. Gavin had a .333 average with 11 extra base hits and 16 RBIs. That is lined foul, and it remains 3-2. That's hit in the air. Straightaway center. Squeal goes back, and it's overhead for another home run. A solo home run for Mercado. That is her second home run of the year, her 14th RBI, and Rowan has a 6-0 lead. And still just one away.
Now batting the catcher, number 3, Alyssa Sims.
Bring up the catcher, Sim. She'll be the 8th batter in the inning. Drops down a bunt, fielded by Rosario. The throw is not in time, so it'll be an infield single. Sixth hit of the inning for Rowan, and it'll bring up the center fielder, number 14, Janello. Dropping down another bunt, and this will be better served to not throw the ball, and that's what Rosario does there. Good decision to just eat that play. So smart play by Rowan, sensing that dropping down a bunt and playing some small ball is going to be effective against Rosario at third. Sneed, now the batter, as Rowan bats around here, pops it up in the air to left field on the 0-1 pitch. That is the second out. So both outs have been fly outs to left, and it'll bring up the left fielder for the second time this inning, Baldessari. She had an RBI single earlier in this inning. It's called strike, and it's 0-2. So, 2 on, 2 outs, an 0-2 count. That's high. Ground ball to second. Moyeno onto first, and it's dropped by Paulikis. Sims will score, and the Profs lead 7-0. A rare error on Paulikis, and you can tell that she's upset down at first base. Janela went all the way to third, and Sims scores unearned. No RBIs on the play, and it'll bring up DeYoung. The 0-2 is fouled away. And DeYoung hits in the air, but it's going to be foul. She got all of that one, but hooked it. So Baldessari at first, Janello at third. DeYoung, the 12th batter of the inning, strikes out looking. And the inning does come to a close. In the first inning for Rowan, 7 runs on 7 hits. There were 3 errors and 2 left. Gotham Knights will be coming up.
Garcia.
Bottom of the first inning here in Jersey City, the Gothic Knights trailing 7-0. Here's the lineup today for NJCU, as Talia Garcia will lead off. Garcia at short leads off, followed by Jazz Randall in left. Brittany Paulicus, the first baseman, bats third, with Victoria Moyeno, the second baseman, in the cleanup spot. The 0-1, low. Gabriela Conti, the catcher, bats fifth. Julie Squillo, the center fielder, hits sixth, with Jayla Lee Vega, the pitcher, seventh. Bree Rosario, the third baseman, and Melissa Mendoza, the right fielder, eighth and ninth. For Rowan, the pitcher is Beth Ann Highland. She throws to Alyssa Sims. Mercado's at first, Anderson at second, Sneed at short. That's off the plate. And Peyote at third. In the outfield, it'll be Baldessari in left, Janello in center, and the right fielder is Morgan Smith. 3 balls and 1 strike, swing and a foul tip. Lined, foul. Off the very tip of the bat there. I'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes, swing and a miss, and Garcia strikes out.
Now batting the left fielder, number 3.
I'll bring up Jazz Randall, hitting .288. And Randall smacks that one off to our right foul. Randall, the 3-sport athlete for the Gothic Knights, in her 3rd year now on the softball team, drops down a bunt. It's going to be foul. Called strike 3 looking, and Randall down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts by the pitcher Highland.
Now batting the first
Highland is a senior right-hander out of East Brunswick, New Jersey, East Brunswick High School. And on the year for Beth Ann Highland, 16-3 record. Fantastic year she's having. This is her 23rd appearance, 22 of which are starts. She's made 7 complete games as Brittany Pollock swings and misses at the first pitch and does so again on the second. A 1.60 ERA for Highland, 100.2 innings thrown, 107 strikeouts with just 32 walks, a 201 opposing batting average. She's given up just 23 earned runs the entire season. Oh, and by the way, she's been involved in 9 shutouts, 3 solo and 6 partial combined. The 0-2, or the 1-2 I should say, and Pollock swings and misses at the rise ball. And the inning comes to a close as the Gothic Knights go in order. 7-0 Rowan after 1. Back here at the Garrett Complex, where math is fundamental. And Rowan has a 7-0 lead right now after 1 inning. Smith, the right fielder, who's got 9 home runs on the year. She leads off for the Profs. They have 36 home runs overall now. Be 1 ball and 2 strike, or 2 balls and 1 strike. That is a strike, and now we're even at 2-2. Morgan Smith, a sophomore from Millsboro, Delaware, Sussex Central High School. Popped in the air, it's going to be foul. 7 runs on 7 hits for the Profs in the first inning as Rowan sent 12 to the plate. The 2-2 hit in the air, right field, it'll stay in the yard, and Melissa Mendoza settles underneath it. She looked up into the suddenly sunny sky and makes the catch.
Now batting the second baseman, number 13, Carly Anderson.
So Anderson, who had a 3-run home run as part of the 7-run first, and that was followed by a solo home run by Mercado 2 batters later. And first pitch is inside. The 1-0 is off the plate. So 2 balls and no strikes. That's called strike. Rowan ranked 15th in the country by the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association. That's hit in the air. It's going to be foul, but well hit down the left field line. Would have been over the fence had it been on the fair side of the pole. So 2-2. And that is a check swing foul the other way. 64 degrees here in Jersey City. It was raining lightly this morning. Field's in pretty good shape. Really, no water was able to pool anywhere on the field. And we're able to get all the games in here today. That's high. You can see the camera that Rowan has mounted on the backstop actually kind of bounced up and down when that pitch hit pretty close. So it'll be a 3-2 pitch by Vega. And that's hit in the air, right field. Mendoza towards the line, cannot get there. It's going to fall in for a base hit, and Anderson is 2 for 2. 8th hit for Rowan. And I'll bring up the third baseman, Peyote. Nicole Peyote, North Jersey product, a sophomore out of Oakland, New Jersey, Indian Hills High School. That was a school that was in my playing conference many, many years ago when I was at Fairlawn High School in Bergen County back in the early mid-90s before they broke up all the leagues. Indian Hills and Fairlawn were both in the NBIL. I think it was the North Bergen Interscholastic League. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Hits it deep to left. Over the head of Jazz Randall for a 2-run home run, a line drive home run. Randall turned, looked like she had a chance at it, but that ball cleared the fence in, honestly, just like that. I think that got out of here in less than 2 seconds. She hit it so hard. And for Peyote, that is her 5th home run of the year. So now 9-0 Rowan. So Mercado, who had a solo shot, fouls that one over the NJCU dugout. Rowan now with 37 home runs on the year. These teams have played now 35 times. This is the 35th meeting all time. Ground ball up the middle, that's going to be a base hit. 10th hit for the Profs. Sims will come to the plate, the catcher. These teams have played now 35 times. Rowan is 34-0 all time in the first 34 meetings. Alyssa Sims, a senior out of Cherry Hill, New Jersey, Cherry Hill West High School. Sims had a single and a run scored in the first, coming home on an error at first base. The number 8 hitter in the lineup. That is ball 1, 1-1. Ira Thor with you here in Jersey City. As we said, the weather suddenly sunny. Rutgers Camden is where NJCU baseball is today, as that is slapped over the head of Garcia and is going to roll all the way to the wall where a Julie Squio slide is able to keep it from being another run. Mercado goes to third. She'll have to stop there, and Sims, a stand-up double at second.
Now batting the center fielder, number 14, Gianna Janello.
So a double to left center. And Mercado at third brings up the center fielder, Janello. And she reached on a single before being stranded at third base. 11th hit for Rowan. That's high. 4 of the 11 hits for the Profs are for extra bases. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Mercado scores. Head coach for Rowan. Kim Wilson will hold up Sims. It's 10-0. So runners in the corners, one out. The shortstop Sneed, top of the order, bats for the third time. She's 0 for 1, walked and scored, also flew out to left, and she takes strike one. Sneed has been one of the best players in the NJCU for a long, long time. And she lines that one over the head of Rosario into left field for an RBI single.
Now batting left fielder number 34, Mia Baldessari.
So Janello now at second. Sims makes it 11-0. I'll bring up Baldessari, the left fielder, and she fouls that away. Baldessari is 1 for 2 today. She reached out an error. She also had an RBI single for what right now is the only run Rowan needs, the first run of the game. A sophomore from Lake Hopatcong, New Jersey, Morris Knowles High School, 5'10", left-handed hitter. In the air, left field. Going back is Randall, and again, it goes over the fence for a home run. The fourth home run of the game for Rowan University, and they lead by a score of 14-0. For Baldessari, that is her first home run of the year.
Now batting the designated player number 16, Ashley DeYoung.
DeYoung has 10 home runs on the year, none today. That's high. Anderson has a homer, Piotti has a homer, Mercado has a homer, and now does Baldessari. That's on the inside corner. Popped in the air. And Conti was bumped into by the home plate umpire, who was very slow getting out of the way there. And that falls in. Another 7-run inning for Rowan. 7 in the first, 7 in the second. Still just one out. The 2-2 pitch by Vega is high. We thank those of you watching today's game. As I mentioned, sunny here in Jersey City. Baseball's down in Rutgers, Camden. That was supposed to be an 11:30 a.m. start, but it was raining so hard down there that the game was postponed 2.5 hours and will start at approximately 2 p.m. They have lights down there at Campbell's Field. So baseball will play 2 against the Raptors as the Gothic Knights trying to get back to 500 in baseball. They're 14-17. They're 3 games. A couple wins today against Rutgers Camden would help their cause. Need 20 to reach the postseason. After a single to left center by DeYoung, it'll bring up Smith. And now to count 1-1 to her. 1 for 2, a single and an RBI in the first. She flew out to right in her first at bat. Ashley Riddle, a freshman infielder, also from Delaware, from Delmar. Beautiful part of the state. That's fouled off the end of the bat. And it's 1-2. Slow roller foul up the first base line. Liner foul down the right field line into the corner. Taking a look at the NJAC standings, Rowan has a 4-point lead and a 2-game lead in the win column over everyone. They're going to win the regular season title, barring something crazy happening. Popped in the air, left side, and Talia Garcia in left field, the shortstop, makes the catch. It'll bring up Anderson, the second baseman, now hitting .419. She's 2 for 2 today, a 3-run homer, a single earlier in this inning, and she has scored twice with 3 RBIs. Rowan 10-2 in the league. William Patterson, Stockton, and Ramapo all 8-4, tied for second place. That's low. That's high. Rowan is currently ranked second in the East region of the NCAA regional rankings, one of 5 NJAC teams currently listed in that poll. And a walk by Anderson. 2 outs, now runners at first and second for Peyote, who had a 2-run homer in her last at-bat about 5 minutes ago. One of 2 home runs in this inning for Rowan, who has 4 home runs in today's game. That's a called strike. Rowan is ranked second in the East region. TCNJ is 4th, William Patterson 5th, Ramapo 6th, and Stockton is 7th. That's why the NJAC in softball is maybe the best in the country, and that one is so long gone that Jazz Randall just turns and watches it go. A 3-run home run by Peyote. Her second home run of the inning, and it's 17-0. Gothic Knights are going to have a substitution here because I think Melissa Mendoza is going to come in and pitch. So Mendoza comes out, and Otero will replace her in right field. So the Gothic Knights will make a change. Otero will go into right.
Now playing right field for the Knights, number 22, Christina Otero.
So defensively for the Gothic Knights, Christina Otero is in the 9 spot. And I'll bring up Mercado, the first baseman, who's 2 for 2 with a homer
Now batting the first baseman, number 25,
and a single with 2 runs scored. And is over the head of Mercado, who's hitting .195 in the year, even with that homer. Now Rowan, one of the 5 NJAC teams out of 10 in the league ranked in the regional. That just shows, it's just amazing how good the NJAC is overall. And, while NJCU dominates a lot of its non-conference games, has not been able to find a way to break through this year or in recent seasons in this conference. That is high. And I called it a strike. Right now, Kane was in the College World Series last year, and they're barely hanging on to even be in the NJAC tournament race. They're right now 1 game ahead of Rutgers Camden. Think about that. Montclair State, which 2 years ago was in the College World Series for the 3rd year in a row, is tied for 9th place right now. The 2-2 swing and a miss, and the inning comes to a close. So Mercado goes down on strikes, but Rowan scores 10 runs on 9 hits. No one left, 17-0. Second inning, and Victoria Moyano, the second baseman, swings and misses at the first one and fouls off the second one. The pitcher, Highland, who's been sitting for a while, struck out the side in the first. The 0-2, swing and a miss.
Now batting the catcher, number 9, Gabby Conti.
Gabby Conti, the catcher, hitting .292, due up for the Knights in the 5 spot. Swings and misses at that heat. Swing and a miss. I have not seen Highland ever pitch before. She's a senior. And 2 years ago when Rowan was here, I actually missed a doubleheader because my brother was getting married that day. Swing and a miss, and she strikes out Conti on 3 pitches. So I haven't seen Rowan play as a team in, I think, 4 years.
Now batting the center fielder, number 12.
That was
Julie
April 6th,
Squio.
2014. A game that was rained out from the previous day, and my brother got married that Sunday, so I missed this team. But Highland, man, she throws hard, and she has got a nice rise ball as well. Right now, though, she's not even using it. She's just throwing heat and challenging the Gothic Knights to even catch up to it. Julie Squio is the one facing that challenge right now. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Squio strikes out on 3 pitches. Highland strikes out the side for the second inning in a row. Does so on 9 pitches here in the second. 17-0 Rowan. So a couple changes here for Rowan. And the leadoff hitter Sims reaches on an infield single.
Oh man, this. Now batting is center fielder number 14, Gianna Janela.
Be another bunt single. So Sneed lines that one foul after a called strike.
Who you are? It's my aunt, my niece are coming over.
Going to Corda.
Where's that? Over?
Here's it.
Sneed is looking at the 0-2 pitch, knocked down by Vega. Throw to first. That's in time. Runners advance.
On Christopher Columbus. It's right by Business Campus.
Okay.
That one long road that goes all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
That's down there.
So one away. It'll bring up Baldessari.
Mia Baldessari.
She had a 3-run homer in the 10-run second inning.
How you in there, Uber?
Ground ball. Garcia has it, throws it away. And 2 runs score. She advances on the Ira. Janello scores.
Number 18 for
1 RBI for Baldessari.
18 for 34. Pinch runner.
And the pinch runner for Rowan will be number 18, Sammy Vredenberg.
Now batting the designated player number 16, Ashley DeYoung.
18 for 34 and 2 slots.
Oh, it's like same thing.
18 for 34.
So DeYoung, the designated player, is at the plate. 19-0 Rowan. The 0-1, ground ball through their left side for a base hit. Vredenberg goes to third.
Now batting the right fielder number 8, Morgan Smith.
The run by Janello is now earned. Should be 2 outs. There's 1 right now, and there's going to be another change here.
It's 2 outs, Ira?
There's 1 away. Smith will be the batter,
12 ball for 16.
and there'll be a pinch runner.
12 for 16 and 3 slots.
And the pinch runner will be Sarah Finnegan. That's a bit high.
Pinch running number 12, Sarah Finnegan.
You got that count? There's just one pitch, right?
Yeah, that's first base.
That's high. Last week, DeYoung for Rowan was named the National Player of the Week in Division III. And that's hit in the air. Center field over the head of Squio. And I think it's a ground rule double as it caromed over the fence. That was a 2-0 pitch.
2-1 pitch.
2-1 pitch. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, 1 run.
As a double center, ground rule. Again goes to
15.
new pitcher for NJCU.
So she moves to the 7 hole?
We'll be right back as Melissa Mendoza will take the pitcher's circle and will warm up here. So a couple changes for the Gothic Knights. Vega will go to third base, which is where she typically plays when Christina Mezzi is the pitcher. Brianna Rosario will move to right field. Melissa Mendoza, who started the game in the 9 spot in the order, can only re-enter in that same spot. So if she re-enters in the 9 spot, will bat in the next inning. And she comes in to pitch, and we'll see if she has any more success. Rowan leads 20-0 on 20 hits. And that's a called strike to Anderson. Tyler Kritzkowski, you should announce that during the next dead ball, which might be coming here, as that is hit deep to left field, and that's a 3-run homer for Anderson. That's her second home run of the afternoon, her second 3-run home run as well. She's 3 for 3. She's now scored 4 times. It's 23-0. So the second player for Rowan with 2 home runs in this game.
Now batting third baseman.
They have 6 as a team.
Andrew Gerard.
And they've now hit, if my math is correct, 39 home runs on the season.
How many today?
6 today. And the pinch hitter will be Gerard.
And it is currently 23-0, correct?
23 runs on 21 hits. The Gothic Knights have committed 4 errors. And I think every one of these runs, with the exception of the Vradenberg run a moment ago, is earned. And that is correct. 22 of the 23 are earned. Ground ball to third. Vega with the throw is in time. It'll be the pinch hitter, Mackenzie Jeditis, who's also a pitcher. She's from Cheshire, Connecticut.
Now batting number 2, Mackenzie Jeditis.
Two balls by Mendoza. Melissa Mendoza for the Gothic Knights, a sophomore right-hander out of Union City, 5'4". Jeditis is hitting .077 on the year. Fouls that one away. Just 13 at bats all year. She has 1 hit. That 1 hit is a double. She hits that one in the air to deep left field. Randall, unable to make the catch over her head. The 7th home run of the game for Rowan. This is just unreal hitting right now.
She literally just knocked that.
There'll be a pinch hitter here. It'll be number 36 for Rowan, Angela Antonini.
36. Little dirt on her shirt.
Now batting pinch hitter number 36, Angela Antonini. Yeah.
A line drive base hit to left field. Rowan leading 24-0.
Pinch hitting number 19, Rosalie Hood.
So pinch hitting for Rowan is number 19, Rosalie Hood, a sophomore from Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. 2 away here in the third. It's 24-0 Rowan. And pretty soon I'm going to be prompted to see what the single game record for runs against is. Called strike. The 1-1. Popped in the air center field. Squeo comes in and makes the catch, and the inning comes to a close. But not before the Profs score another 7 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, 1 left. 24-0 Rowan. All right, we're back here after Rowan made 8 defensive changes. We'll tell you about those when this at-bat is over. Vega, the 1-2 pitch is fouled away. It's 24-0 Rowan. Right now, perfect game going for Highland. She's faced 6 batters. She struck them all out. Now 7 as she strikes out Vega. We still have 2 innings to go.
Now batting the right fielder, number 5, Brianna Rosario.
She has struck out everyone right now. Brianna Rosario, who's now the right fielder, will bat for the first time. That is low. All right, let's take a look at the changes. Sneed is out of the game. Gianna Decker is the new second baseman for Rowan. Baldessari is out. Vredenberg, who pinch ran for hers, in left. Finnegan's the new designated player. Smith actually stayed in the game. She's in right field. One of the non-changes. And Anderson, who was at second base, moves to shortstop. So there's actually only 7 changes, including the DP spot. Gerard stayed in the game. She's at third. Jedidiah stayed in the game at first. Antonidi stayed in the game to catch. And we have a new center fielder in Rosalie Hood. Only ones who stayed out there are Highland, the pitcher, and Smith, the right fielder. The 2-2, swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 8. So Rosario strikes out.
Now batting the pitcher, number 15, Melissa Mendoza.
Melissa Mendoza now the pitcher. Perfect game going for Highland. She struck out every batter she's faced. Swing and a miss. And right now Highlands is mowing down the lineup. She's thrown 34 pitches in this game. 26 are strikes. Swing and a miss. 1-2. That's fouled away. Contact there. The Gothic Knights still trying to find a way to solve this riddle here. Highland just been absolutely awesome, as have the Rowan Bats. That's off the plate. 2-2. They have 7 home runs in this game. I'd have to go back in history and check some box scores, but I think it's safe to say that is a single game record by an opponent. Round ball. This will end the streak of strikeouts, but a 6-3. And Highland still perfect through 3. We're back here in the fourth inning. Decker is the second baseman now, so she'll bat for the first time. Does not have a hit in her career. 5'4" freshman out of Southampton, New Jersey, Seneca High School. She's had, I believe, one at bat, but she scored 4 runs, which means she's been a pinch runner quite a bit. Popped in the air, first base, and Polk is battling the sun, able to make the catch.
Now batting left fielder number 18, Sammy Bradenberg.
So Vradenberg, the left fielder, will be due up. She's hitting .263. Junior out of Park Ridge, New Jersey, Park Ridge High School. As a called strike, 1-1. Ground ball to third. Vega is there. Her throw to first. Won't be in time. As Vradenberg's able to beat it out for the 24th hit for Rowan. The designated player, Finnegan, will bat for the first time. Finnegan is a junior from South Brunswick, New Jersey, and South Brunswick High School. Popped in the air. In shallow left, running out and making the catch is Talia Garcia. So 2 away, and it'll bring up the right fielder, Smith. Might be a pinch hitter. No, it is Smith, so she'll stay out there. Smith, the right fielder, has got a single and a double, 2 runs, 2 RBI. She's 2 for 4. She actually was out twice in the second inning. A fly out to right and a fly out to short. Seven home runs in a game for Rowan. 2 strike count here. That's high. Rowan scored 7 in the first, 10 in the second, 7 in the third. Have yet to score here in the fourth. Ground ball. Diving's Moyeno, but it gets underneath her glove. Single through the right side. 25th hit of the game for Rowan. And I'll bring up the shortstop, formerly the second baseman, Anderson. She's had a pretty good day. She had a 3-run homer in the first. Single in the second. Scored. Her second plate appearance in the second, she walked and scored. And then in the third, she hit another 3-run homer. So she's currently 3 for 3, 6 RBIs, 4 runs scored. And she's gotten to work on her tan a little bit too, which is always a bonus. That's inside. Called strike though. Be 1-1. Smith at first. Vradenberg at second. $24-0 Rowan, 15th ranked team in the country, with a comfortable lead. Ground ball through the left side. Base hit. 26th hit for Rowan. Anderson with her second single to go along with a couple home runs. Bases are loaded. Gerard, the third baseman, will bat for the second time. She's hitting .294. She grounded out the third base in the third inning. It's fouled away. Rowan This is probably the most incredible stat of all. 24 runs. They've only stranded 3 on base. So you got that many people on base, and you've virtually driven everyone in. The 1-1. That's a called strike.
This guy's opened up his strike zone.
Ground ball off of third base. That's going to be a base hit down the left field line. Rowan's just going to take one base at a time with such a large lead. It's now 25-0.
Now batting the first baseman, number 2, Mackenzie Juditis.
So Rowan scores yet again. And Juditis, who had a pinch hit home run that came in the third inning, she's up with the bases loaded. Pops this one straight up in the air in foul territory. Pollock is now back in fair territory and falls in for a base hit.
Nope, foul.
That looked like it fell in fair territory, but
It did in the road foul.
oh, it rolled foul. I missed that part as I got screened there. Thank you, Tyler Krichkowski. So which is a very high, fair foul ball. And Juditis gets more life. The 0-2 pitch by Mendoza. In the air, foul off to our left.
I'm not just here for good looks, Ira. Ready? Right? No sand pick though? This is dope.
That's off the plate.
I think I'll agree with you. A little bit. We already shooting putting on something or caffeine.
I'll get like curve shock for good. Yeah, let it grow touch my hair. I hate it.
So the 1-2 pitch. It's hit in the air, center field. Squeo underneath of it makes the catch, and the inning comes to a close, and Rowan strands the bases loaded. But to score once on 4 hits, leaving 3. It's 25-0 Rowan after 3.5. So the Gothic Knights due up here in the bottom of the 4th. There'll be a new pitcher for Rowan, so if this ends as a perfect game, it will not be a solo perfect game. The new pitcher is number 33, Ashley Lech, sophomore right-hander from Rockaway, New Jersey, and Morris Knowles High School. She's one of 3 changes in the inning, but Lech, a 4.72 ERA. This is her 12th appearance. She's made 6 starts, now 6 relief appearances, 3-2 record. She's been involved in 3 shutouts, a 288 opposing batting average, 21 strikeouts. Also, new in the game at first base is number 11, Amanda Parker. And the new right fielder is number 10, Christina Mueller. Mueller's out of Basking Ridge, and Parker's out of Midland Park. Talia Garcia, who struck out swinging, as did 7 of the first 8 batters of the game, is due up. And she laid down a bunt foul. That's a called strike. That's high. The Profs have won every meeting between these teams, and they're well on their way to their 35th all-time win against NJCU. Garcia swings and misses, becomes the 9th strikeout victim for NJCU today. Jazz Randall, who was caught looking rather than swinging, will be due up here in the 4th. Only batter to get on, to make contact, I should say, and put a ball in play so far has been Melissa Mendoza with a ground out to short. Randall, a 1-ball count. One ball, 1 strike. That's inside. Randall has to turn away from that one. Called strike. Randall thought that was a ball. Two balls and 2 strikes. And that is grounded up the middle. Randall's going to beat it out. Jazz Randall has broken up the perfect game in a no-hitter with a single up the middle.
Now batting the first baseman, number 25, Brittany Policus.
Brittany Paulkist, the batter. She has 3 home runs on the year. The 0-2, that's high. The crazy thing is, if Paulkis was on this Rowan roster, she's got 3 home runs for NJCU to lead the Knights. I think she'd be 5th on Rowan in home runs. Ground ball to second, could be 2, and it is. A 4-6-3 double play, and the inning comes to a close. One hit for NJCU, nobody left. We head to the 5th, 25-0. Now we're back here for the 5th inning. Rowan leading 25-0, but Jazz Rendell broke up the perfect game with a base hit. That's hit in the air, deep left center field. How far is that going to go? Antonini goes yard, the 8th home run of the game for Rowan University, the freshman catcher from Gibbstown, New Jersey. And she came into the game with just 1 extra base hit on the year. That is her 2nd. Her 1st career home run. First pitch.
Now batting the center fielder, number 19, Rosalie Hood.
The center fielder Hood will be due up. Hood shows bunch, goes around as a called strike. The 1-1, that's high. Vega gave up 22 of these runs. 20 were earned, struck out 2, walked 2. Mendoza's given up 4 runs, 3 earned, and 8 hits in 1 2/3 innings. Ground ball to short. Garcia's going to charge, but no chance. Ball was not hit very well. It's very slow roller, and Hood is able to beat it out.
Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Gianna Decker.
So they'll bring up Decker, the new second baseman. She turned that 4-6-3 double play in the last inning. Decker from Southampton, New Jersey, where my in-laws live. Line drive right center. It's going to fall in for a base hit. That's the 30th hit for Rowan.
Now batting left fielder, number 18, Sammy Radenberg.
That's the 30th hit for Rowan. So Rowan with 26 runs and 30 hits. Vradenberg, the left fielder, looks at ball 1. And she fouls that one off on the slap attempt. So Rowan with 26 runs and 30 hits. Vradenberg, the left fielder, looks at ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's high. It's 2-1. When this game is over, the two teams will play again. If Rowan wins, they will clinch the NJAC regular season championship. That's an infield hit. Vega normally would be charged for an error on that throw, but Coach Wilson decides to hold the runner at third, and, that's the sportsmanship thing to do right there. So no advance, and the Gothic Knights are able to prevent having another error chalked up.
Number 7.
The pinch hitter here, it'll be number 7, Jessica Gant, sophomore out of Cinnaminson, New Jersey.
Oh, man.
Tyler Krichkowski, can you cover your nose when you sneeze, or your mouth, or anything?
He did.
You did, and it was still that loud?
He made an attempt.
Oh my goodness.
He did. It
I
was
did.
successful.
Oh, man.
All right, we're going to have a pinch hitter here, and Tyler Krichkowski, we apologize for that loud sneeze out of our former soccer goalkeeper.
No. Why is that?
I think he also played forward and defense and midfield. He might have been all conference this year.
Number 7, Jessica Gant.
think Tyler scored a couple times on senior day.
Finally.
That's fouled away. Did you say finally?
Yeah.
You only get one senior day.
I know. No, I mean just scoring.
I like
in general.
scoring. You just somehow got them all on senior day.
I think I'm all on senior day. I got almost half of them on senior day.
And the 0-2. Ground ball through the left side. Base hit. Hood scores. And it's 27-0. So Rowan will officially score in every inning today.
Now batting the right fielder, number 10, Christina Mullen.
Decker at third. Vredenberg at second. Gant with the RBI single will bring up the right fielder Mueller, looking for her first hit. Mueller, a freshman from Basking Ridge, New Jersey. She's had 5 at-bats in her career, has not had a hit yet, but she's pinch run quite a bit and has scored 10 times. That's got to be some kind of huge note right there. 10 runs without a hit. That's high. 1-2 here to Mueller. It's 27-0 Rowan. They have 32 hits. Knights have a hit. Slapped foul.
They have a nice stadium.
We're going to try to get a scoring update on baseball when we can.
No, do your thing. This gives me something to do. Can you not?
Well, they didn't do it.
I know. Oh, I don't know why it's not working.
And that slapped foul as well. Ground ball. Moyeno fields, throws to first. That's the first out.
Bottom second, 0-0. Oh my god, Jen's not playing.
RBI for Mueller. And for Mueller, she's able to chalk up her first collegiate RBI.
Now batting the shortstop, number 13, Carly Anderson.
As Decker scores, that makes it 28-0.
Come on, kid.
Is that a ball?
I need to go and get a pick call. Who's pitching? Number 32, Eli Herrera.
Pitching?
0-0 bottom
That's
Left foul.
turned on and ripped foul, but over the third base dugout. I think it landed on the roadway on Route 440. Anderson, ground ball to short, eats up Garcia. She has no idea where it is on a high hop. That's an RBI single by Anderson. Vredenberg scores, Gant goes to third, and it's 29-0.
Now batting the third baseman, number 26, Cassandra Gerard.
So Gerard, the third baseman. Rowan has had 7 come up this inning. Gerard's 1 for 2 today with an RBI single. One and one. Rowan was 7 in the first, 10 in the second, 7 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and 4 here in the fifth. There's just 1 out. And those are deals. And that's line to left center field. Going to fall in for a base hit. Scoring is Gant. Anderson to second. It's 30-0. Almost like a football score right now. And the first baseman, Parker,
11, Amanda Parker.
she will bat. It'll be her first at bat of the game. I think Rowan has basically used everybody available. It's called strike. And I don't know. I think it's safe to assume they've never allowed 8 home runs. Rowan has come out swinging today. They have now 41 home runs on the season. Ground ball, and Vega cannot field it. That is an error. Bases are loaded. Pinch hitting 9 Taylor Zimmerman out of Colonia, New Jersey.
Hometown of Joe Catino or right field on baseball team.
So Antonini, who had a home run earlier in this inning,
Pinch hitting number 9, Taylor Zimmerman.
that led off this frame, the first pitch of the inning. Zimmerman will catch the bottom of the 5th.
Shot early.
Anderson, runner left early intentionally. Called strike to Zimmerman. 30 runs, 34 hits, 5 errors. So if Rowan wins both games today, they will win the regular season championship in the NJAC. That is grounded up the middle to right center. Parker to second, Gerard to third. He'll bring up Hood.
Now batting the center fielder, number 19, Rosalie Hood.
And the reason we can say that is Rowan, if they win both games today, would have 24 points and would be 12-2 in the league with 4 games remaining. And in second place, you got William Patterson, Stockton, and Ramapo. Only losses in the league
Why they left early?
have been against TC&J and Stockton. So Rowan would have all the tiebreakers. Runner left early at third base. So Rowan, sportsmanship there. They take advantage of the runner left early rule here in collegiate softball. Gerard's called out and the inning comes to a close. 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, 2 left. Bottom of the 5th inning here in Jersey City. I think they're going to keep Antoni. No, they are going to make the switch catcher. Zimmerman's going to come in and catch, so she's remaining in the game. As Zimmerman came over late after running the bases. And the previous catcher, Antonini, caught the warm-up pitches here from Ashley Lech. Moyano, the batter, she struck out swinging in the second inning. Her average now at 205 on the year.
1-0.
Swing and a miss.
Who's that?
It's bottom second. Yep, 2 on base, 1 out.
And Moyano strikes out looking.
Now batting the catcher, number 9, Gabby Conti.
That's now 10 strikeouts by Rowan pitching, 8 by Highland, 2 by Lesh. Gabby Conti, the catcher, in the 5 spot, due up. Drops down a bunt. It's going to be foul. She'll be followed by Julie Squio. Rowan 30 runs on 35 hits, no errors. The Gothic Knights, no runs. A Jazz Randall infield single and 5 errors. And that's slapped foul. 0-2. Two-strike count here by Conti. Les trying to finish out this game. Ground ball to short. The throw is low. Throwing error by Rowan.
Now batting the center,
So
number 12,
a
Squio.
1-out error for Rowan. A good throw there would have had Conti by a number of feet, but the throw pulled the Rowan first baseman, Amanda Parker, off the bag. So Squio hits in the air, deep right center field. That could go, and it does. Julie Squio goes yard. Julie Squio, celebration here, her first career home run. You can see how happy she is. Jubilation in Jersey City. Squio goes yard. And there goes the shutout. Normally you don't see a team celebrate when they're down, by such a large margin. But that's a great moment for Joey Squio right there. She's had such a great year. 6 doubles, 2 triples. Really turning her season around after not putting up such offensive numbers as a rookie. She hits a 2-run home run.
Now batting.
And the first pitch to Vega is fouled away.
28 run. You got it.
So the Gothic Knights now trailing by 4 touchdowns. Ground ball to second, 2 away. So Bree Rosario, the last chance for the Gothic Knights. They trail 30-2.
Now batting the right fielder, number 5, Brianna Rosario.
But the Knights will not get shut out. And Julie Squio, wow, her first career home run.
You should,
Great moment.
you should crop some of that because I got it from second to here. So home. Crop some of that, put that on the ground.
On the record, on the year, I should say, for the Knights, Polikis has 3 home runs. And now Squio, the second Gothic Knight to hit one this season. 9 home runs in this game.
Ireland right away.
No balls, 2 strikes. The Knights are down to their final strike. That's high. We will take a break after this one's over. We'll be off the air, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes for the start of Game 2, when Christina Mezzi will throw for the Knights. The 1-2 popped in the air, foul.
Where have you been our entire life?
1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and the ball game comes to a close. For the Gothic Knights in the 5th inning, 2 runs on a hit, 1 error, nobody left. Final score, Rowan 30 runs, 35 hits, and 1 error. NJCU 2 runs, 2 hits, and 5 errors. 8 home runs for Rowan. Julie Squio goes yard for the Knights. We'll be back for Game 2 in about 20 minutes.